What's going on? What's going on with you, Mike?
They need a champ out here, man.
Yes, sir.
What's going
yes, sir.
on? I'm good.
Hey, man, you had a beautiful fight, the last fight, right?
Yeah.
Exciting fight. Unfortunately, it ended in a draw, and now we're seeing and hearing that it's a possibility that Alexander Povetkin could get the Dillian Whyte fight.
Yeah.
That could have been Micheal Hunter in that fight.
Right.
Right. But do you feel like he chose the guy that, because you hurt Alexander Povetkin a lot of times in that fight, do you feel like Dillian chose the guy, because it was a draw, so he could have chose other guys, but,
right. Well, he could even mention me. He could have threw my name in there and then went to, I think that would have been even a better move. Throw me in there like you would have fight me, but then, pick Povetkin. But, I think it was it was a business move. I can't be mad at it. I see for what it is. It is what it is.
And you even responded, because I saw it when he posted it. You said, "I'm available, make it happen."
Yes.
And he didn't respond to you.
No response.
Right. He said anybody can get it, and you said, "I'm your man."
Right.
And then he didn't respond.
Can I get it?
Right.
Like you said, I'm the boogeyman. That was from his own promoter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That he speaks to obviously more than me right now. I'm waiting for the phone call. You know what I'm saying? They already got their fight.
Right.
So, I'm patiently waiting. I don't got nothing but time. I'm only getting better. Like I said, it's me against me. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm here every day against myself. So, it's only time. It's patience.
Do you feel like it's the snake and the mongoose factor, right? You quick,
right?
You're speedy, but you got power of a heavyweight, but you can move around like a smaller guy.
Exactly.
Do you think that's the reasoning?
You didn't call it out. They don't want to mess with that mongoose. It's too rowdy. It's too too active. You know what I'm saying? It's too much for them at one time. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's coming down to. I think. You're calling it, but I think people are seeing that. I'm rowdy. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to being in the ring, and I'm just something that I'm a handful to deal with. You know what I'm saying? I'm a problem. So. I think that's just what it is.
And you passed the chin test, quote unquote,
right,
at the heavyweight division, because Alexander Povetkin is considered a heavy hitter in the heavyweight division. And the person that was hurt in that fight wasn't you. It was Alexander Povetkin. So
absolutely. Now he got some decent shots on me, but like I said, I was never really shook by the none of the punches. Like you said, I think I passed the chin test, and I think the people know that. I didn't, like I said, I haven't been in the ring with Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. Most of these guys that are, Andy Ruiz, I didn't either fought them or sparred them. So a lot of these guys, they know what I'm capable of. They know I'm a handful to deal with, and it's just not in the right time right now.
Now, how do you see the Povetkin-Dillian Whyte fight playing out?
I think Povetkin. I'm leaning towards Povetkin a little bit. They both are kind of a little suspect when it comes to the PED type stuff. So I'm a little interested on how that goes. I'm not sure how that will play out, but I'm interested in watching it. I think it's an interesting fight. I think I give the edge to Povetkin a little bit, just a little bit.
Now
I think he's a better boxer.
Okay. Now you sparred. You said Wilder, Fury. This is a mega fight right here coming up this Saturday. It seemed like somebody is going to be at this fight. Bob Arum said this is the biggest fight he's promoted since Ali Frazier won.
Wow.
How do you see this fight playing out?
That's a big statement right there. I think it's going to be exciting. The first one was exciting. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be as exciting as the first one. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen, but I know it's going to be an exciting fight. These two dudes, both of their egos is bigger than life. So, when that clash, when that happens, and that clashes, you're going to get some excitement out of it. So, I think it's going to do great numbers. I'm excited to see it. I think everybody else is.
Now, being in there, everybody says that Deontay Wilder is arguably the hardest puncher in the history of the sport. David Hayes said when he was sparring him, hitting with those big gloves, he said that's the hardest he's ever been hit. Is the power real?
Yeah, I think when you say maximum power, I think he has one of the biggest maximum power. But that's only with one punch, with the leverage. He's a leverage type of puncher, you know what I'm saying? Now, when you're talking about like fighters like Mike Tyson and, George Foreman who can knock you out from, short range, you know what I'm saying? Like, just turning their wrist and stuff like that. I don't think Deontay has that type of power. I think even David Hay, he pretty much ran most of the fight with Klitschko.
Klitschko, right.
But I don't think Deontay hits harder than Klitschko as far as both hands, you know what I'm saying, as far as strength and power. I think for one shot, like if he was to get one shot on you, I think he does. I think he might max out as far as, punching power. I think he might hit as hard, but as far as all hands and both hands and, technique, he's just not as technical and doesn't have the fundamental, torque and stuff like that for me to claim that, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Except for the right hand, you know what
right.
I'm saying?
Now, is Tyson Fury as slippery as they say he is for a guy that's 6'9"?
Well, I'm usually, there's a law in boxing, box the fighters and fight the boxers, and I'm usually the boxer. But when I fought Tyson Fury, I had to be the fighter. I had to jump up and fight Tyson Fury. He's a very tall guy. He knows how to use his feet. He has very good, boxing ability to be that size. You know what I'm saying? He's a phenomenal athlete to be that big. You know what I'm saying? He's almost like I know he's not as big as Shaq, but he almost reminds me of a Shaq. Somebody that's real big.
For the sport of boxing.
Yeah, for that sport,
right.
But got a good movement, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
he's a handful to deal with. He's hard to hit because he's so tall. When you're at that height, like Deontay and Tyson, it's a little different, you know what I'm saying? So I think for Deontay, he's as slippery as grease lightning, you know what I'm saying? For somebody like me, like you said, that mongoose type of person, I think I would get to him too much. I still think I would miss a lot of my big shots maybe, or miss a lot of shots, but I think I would wear him out and I would eventually get to him.
Right.
So,
now, the heavyweight division seems to be at an all-time high, man. You got guys like Alexander Usyk. You face Alexander Usyk. That's the only blemish on your resume.
Yep.
You got obviously Wilder, Fury, Joshua.
Yep.
Yourself, Dillian Whyte. Andy Ruiz said he's coming back.
Right.
It's a possibility that we could see Andy Ruiz versus Luis Ortiz.
Right.
What do you think about that fight?
Who? Andy?
Andy Ruiz versus Luis Ortiz. Yeah. They saying that that's a strong possibility.
That's all right. I like that. I like that fight. I think they both can fight. They both. That's a good fight. I like that fight.
Usually the heavyweight division is not as deep as the lower weight classes.
Right.
But today's time,
right,
it's
packed.
We could rattle off 10 names.
Right.
That arguably step in the ring
and
I
can't get one of
fights. And you can't get one of them.
And I can't get one of them. That's all I need. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking for a nice opponent.
Now, Alexander Povetkin, he stated that
yeah.
he would go to the rematch.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was more of a business move as far as them, picking Dillian and making that fight. And I think that there's also other fights for me. Like you said, we can name 10 off right now, that there's other money fights for me to fight, so and maybe the rematch will come, depending on how Dillian, and maybe it'll be, even a bigger statement to make, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I have a few different rematches I could do, Povetkin, Usyk, and then I got Martin Bakoli,
Right.
So these are all different fights that, I can see a potential, big fight at the end.
And we got Derek Chisora, and he's going to be facing Usyk.
Yep.
How do you see that fight playing out?
I think Usyk wins by decision, if not late stoppage, just by the, wear and tear. You know what I'm saying? Usyk's very active. I don't know how he will be active. He didn't seem that active in the in his last heavyweight fight. Even though he won by stoppage, he did his job, so we can't get mad at that. So, but we'll see.
Now, another guy, Adam Karnacki. I forgot to mention him.
I forgot about him.
Right,
good fighter.
How could you?
That's a possibility. I know he got a fight coming up, but you think you could throw your name in the hat with him?
I think that's across the pond. If it was bigger expectation, then I think I could cross there.
Right.
But right now, I think that's just not a fight that I see in the future.
So who does Michael Hunter want next?
Man, I want the winner out of these guys. I want the winner out of them. Anybody that's from England. I love the hospitality and the fans out there. They, it's exciting. You know what I'm saying? They make, they chanting and, it's just a different feel. So anybody that anytime I can fight out there, it would be a pleasure. So.
I appreciate you, champ. I appreciate you. Let the fans know where they can find you.
Michael Bounty Hunter on Instagram and Michael Hunter II, Roman numeral 2 on Twitter.
Appreciate you, champ.
Yep.
Thank you.
Love.
One more.